We are taught early that life should be productive. Do well in school, get into something respectable, work hard, build something, prove yourself, move upward. And there is nothing wrong with effort. Ambition has its place. It can give shape to talent and direction to energy. But when achievement becomes the only language we know, life begins to shrink. Because a life that is only chased is not always a life that is felt. You can be busy and still feel empty. You can be successful and still feel disconnected. You can be admired and still feel like something essential is missing. That missing thing is often not more progress, it is more aliveness. Living is different from achieving. Achieving asks, what can I earn? Living asks, what can I notice? Achieving wants results, living wants meaning, achieving looks ahead. Living asks you to stay here for a moment and take in what is already around you. And this matters because many people unknowingly spend years postponing their own lives. They say, I'll rest after this project. I'll enjoy myself after this exam. I'll call that friend when things slow down. I'll feel happy when I reach the next stage. But life has a strange way of becoming a series of waiting rooms. And if we are not careful, we begin to live as if the present is only a bridge to the real life later on. There is no later on that is guaranteed. This does not mean we should stop striving. It means we should stop sacrificing our entire inner life to the idea of someday. A meaningful life needs effort, yes, but it also needs attention. It needs pauses. It needs the ability to stand still long enough to notice that your day is already happening. Think about how often we ignore the smallest parts of living: the smell of rain before it falls, the sound of a ceiling fan on a hot afternoon, the way a familiar street looks at dusk, the comfort of a simple meal, the relief of removing shoes after a long day. None of these things look like success on paper, but they are part of what makes life feel inhabited. A lot of unhappiness comes not from lack of achievement, but from lack of participation in our own lives. We move through routines mechanically. We rush through meals. We scroll through moments. We think about the next task while the present one is still unfinished. And then we wonder why life feels thin. To live well, we have to re enter our days. That may sound simple, but it is one of the hardest things in the world. Because presence is not glamorous. It does not always produce visible results. It asks for patience. It asks for honesty. It asks you to admit that your worth is not exhausted by what you accomplish. A meaningful life is often made of things that cannot be posted or measured: a calm conversation, a repaired relationship, a habit that keeps you steady, a book that changes the way you think, a walk that clears your head, a morning that begins without self judgment. These are not lesser things. These are the things that hold a life together. We are often told to maximize our potential, but not often told to protect our humanity. Yet humanity is what gives achievement its value. Without it, success becomes hollow. Without it, the goal becomes larger than the person chasing it. Without it, we start to treat ourselves like machines that only deserve care when they perform. But you are not a machine. You are a living person, and living people need rhythm, not constant optimization. They need work and rest, progress and reflection, solitude and connection, ambition and enough. That word enough can feel dangerous in a world that rewards more, but enough is not stagnation. Enough is clarity. It means knowing what matters and refusing to let endless striving erase your own life. Sometimes the most honest thing you can say is, "This is enough for today." That sentence can save you from burnout. It can make room for peace. It can return your attention to the people and moments that achievement alone can never replace. Living, then, is not the opposite of success. It is the deeper context for it. Success without life feels sharp and lonely. Life with meaning feels full, even when it is imperfect. So maybe the task is not to stop becoming. The task is to become without disappearing, to build without forgetting, to strive without turning yourself into a stranger. That is a quieter form of wisdom, but a lasting one. Because one day, the list of things you achieved will matter less than the way you lived through them: the kindness you carried, the attention you gave, the people you held close, the moments you did not rush past. That is what it means to live, not just achieve.